Good afternoon and welcome to Frederik Meijer Gardens. I'm Koree Mabie, outdoor horticulturist here at the gardens. So you're probably wondering, now that summer and fall is over, what do I do with my containers? There's nothing that can really grow in them anymore. So after you get that Christmas tree home and you need to cut off some of the bottom branches to make it fit in that awesome tree stand that everybody loves, here are some ideas that you can use to make some beautiful container gardens. So here we have a standard outside container. You want to make sure that you pick something plastic or similar that's going to take the winter hardiness or harshness. So as you can see in here, completely empty, a little bit of moist, I would say moist soil. Don't go completely dry because your stems won't stick in it as well. And here's some of our branches. You can take your pruners, you can cut them to any length that you desire, and you can see it sticks in really easily. This form of container gardening is kind of a cross between flower arranging and your standard summer container gardening where you have to plant. You want to have something that's a little bit taller in the back, something a little bit shorter in the front. And as you can see, they just easily stick down in there. And here I have like several different types of evergreens. We've got Fraser fir, we've got Black Hill spruce, I've even got some white pine in here as well. All of your Christmas trees and boughs that you find are going to have all sorts of different greens and different lengths of needles, which make it really, really fun to make a different arrangement, and they're not all going to be the same. So one of the great things about fall and winter is using a lot of the flowers that you grew over the summer and using them in some of these arrangements. Here we have Osage Oranges. They're kind of hard to find, but they're definitely around Grand Rapids. And what I did was just to add a little bit of extra, like a bright green to this arrangement. You can kind of just place them in here amongst the greens, and it adds a nice little just focal point to your arrangement. As you move to the one here next to me as well, the medium-sized one, I took dried limelight hydrangeas and just stuck them into the evergreen branches as well. And then another great one are your Miscanthus perennial grasses as well. And then the same thing again, this is just moist soil that's down in this container, and you kind of just push it in. Use it like oasis if you're making a flower arrangement, and it'll hold the stems for you. One of the things that you are going to want to think about a little bit if we start getting heavy snows, try to make sure your arrangements go out a little bit versus up. Otherwise, you're going to get heavy snow. It's going to start breaking your branches as well. Some of the other things that we might want to embellish these arrangements with are going to be some red twig dogwood, birch branches, curly willow works really well. And as you move through the entranceway, you're going to see a lot more containers that have some of those branches I just mentioned, along with all of your different evergreens. Some pine cones are incorporated as well, and also your fall cabbages too. I hope you've enjoyed this segment of gardening tips from Frederik Meijer Gardens. Please come out and join us for Christmas and holiday traditions around the world, and have a great afternoon.